Are you a real estate investor looking to purchase your next investment home? Let me show you some of my secrets that I look for when touring a property. Hi, I'm Shawna with the Thomas Group with Real Broker, your local Las Vegas and Henderson realtor. If you're thinking about investing in Las Vegas, I love to help. You can find all my contact information below, and I'll be at extension 9 for Shawna. Today, we're going to tour this property like we're touring it together, and I'm going to point out all the things that I look for. I want to preface this does not replace a home inspection. These are just items I look at before putting in an offer just to assess how well maintained the property is. Let's start at the exterior of the house since we're already here. One of the main components is the roof. It's one of the main components of a home and most costly to replace. So when I'm looking at the roof, I really pay attention to the fascia and the soffits. So the fascia is the board that connects the roof to the eaves. So it would be the white little trim that you see right here. And the soffits are what's underneath. And I would really pay attention to see if there's water damage, major cracks or peeling. You can really tell the condition of the roof from the exterior by those two elements. Another tip is if a home has been recently repainted, the painters will typically paint the fascia since it's part of the trim. However, they'll usually skip over the soffits, so the soffits will really show you a lot about the condition of the home. The nice thing about homes in Las Vegas is our roofs typically last about 80 years. And if we are talking resale homes, you should expect about $500 to $1,000 for roof repairs during that transfer. And in Las Vegas, we don't usually have asphalt tile roofs like it's very common on the East Coast. So it's more durable and we don't have to replace them as frequently. And if a home is 2 stories, I like to go to the second floor and look out the window to see the condition of the roof tiles from up here. I would make sure to check, are there a lot of cracked tiles? Are there missing tiles? And then look at the general condition that they're currently in. Another item I like to look out for is the plumbing. So for the plumbing, I like to look under all the sinks right here to see, are there signs of visible damage or previous damage? And also I look behind the toilet water supply line to see, are there signs of damage there too? Landscaping. A lot of people aren't aware that new builds in Las Vegas leave a completely empty backyard, and the builders require you to finish the backyard within a year. So when touring homes, I like to assess the landscaping. Is the backyard completed? Do you need to complete it per the HOA? And how much is that going to cost? And how much should you budget for it? Another item is your circuit breaker. So I typically like to take a look at the circuit breaker. Is there a lot of rust? Is it warm to the touch? Is there a burning smell? Then those are all signs that you possibly need to replace the circuit breaker. And another thing that people aren't aware of is there are certain pockets of Las Vegas that have high-tech plumbing. High-tech plumbing was recalled in the early 2000s, and if there was high-tech plumbing, there's usually a little sticker on the circuit breaker that says there's high-tech plumbing, and that is something that you certainly should be addressed. Another item I like to look at is the water heater. I like to see the general condition of a water heater, and not just the actual water heater, but sort of the gas and electrical hookups. Do they look like they're really rusted? Are there lots of bends and cracks? And something also is water heaters sometimes are on a platform. So if a home has a newly painted platform and the walls are a different color, it's a sign that it was recently repainted and there might have potentially been a leak. Termites. I would also look in the garage and around the outside perimeter of the house for signs of termites. So things I look for are discarded wings or termite dropping, and you can typically see it with like buckling of wood and little pinhole holes in the drywall. I would also take a look at the HVAC system. It's super important in Las Vegas, and so what I would look for is their general condition. Are there rusts? What is this installation looking like? So if the previous owner got frequent tune-ups, the HVAC company typically will leave a little sticker on it, so that's a good sign that the previous owner got their HVAC system tuned up regularly. Another thing is, when looking for the age of their HVAC system, you can take a picture of the serial number and input it into building-center.org and input in the serial number, make and model, and it'll give you the age of your HVAC system. So these are some of the items that I look at when touring an investment property. And if you're interested in touring an investment property with me, I would love to help. You can find all my contact information at thethomasgrouplv.com. I'll be at extension 9, and I'll see you in the next video.